Hi everyone, I'm Michael.
And I'm Patrick, and you're watching an episode of Star Wars News and Views. Today we'll be talking about the possibility of an Obi Wan Kenobi trilogy. Now, we've heard rumors about this about maybe 8 months ago or so, that there was a rumor that one of the standalone movies was going to be about Obi Wan Kenobi, and that Ewan McGregor had publicly stated that he would be open to doing another Star Wars movie as Obi Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, someone asked him at a press junket one time, like, hey, would you ever consider doing a Star Wars movie? And he was like, yeah, sure,
Yeah, so since then we haven't heard anything until recently.
And just a couple days ago, Schmoes Know, they're basically a movie network website. They were saying that they're hearing from their inside sources that Disney is in talks with Ewan McGregor on like some secret project, and that it's going to be a trilogy. So they're saying this might be the Obi Wan Kenobi trilogy, the whole trilogy, not just like one film.
Yeah.
So like I think that's pretty cool. Like I would be excited for that. I mean, he really like between him and Ian McDiarmid, he's like the best part of the prequel trilogy.
Yeah.
So if you'd want to bring anyone back, and it would be him.
Yeah, I think like pretty much he carried all of episode 2 and 3 on his own, anyways, right?
Yeah, I mean,
like, episode 2 was just following him around for most of the movie, really.
For half of it, yeah. If you took him out of it, like would you be left with a lot of crap?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's cool, and he's actually, like, it's hard to believe, but it's actually been 10 years since Revenge of the Sith came out. It's a whole decade. I know, just like, all of a sudden. But, so he would be, like, an appropriate age. Like,
yeah, plus they've got movies lined up for the next 5 years anyway, so it probably won't be until, like, 6 years from now until we see him. He could age even longer.
Yeah, well, yeah, he would be. He'd be about 50.
Yeah.
So, because they did age him a bit for Revenge of the Sith, but if he's, like, 50, yeah. So, like... Yeah. If you think of it, like, this is something that he would, in theory, be open to. It's something that I think people would be excited to see.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, so, like, the sequels 7, 8, and 9 are coming out in the next 6 or 7 years. And in between that, you have this anthology trilogy. Mm-hmm. The anthology films are just a trilogy. So once that's done, once the sequels are done, then what do you do?
Yeah.
Right? So, like, they're going to make these movies, like, for the rest of our lives, one a year, right?
Yeah.
So they probably have a list of like 20 or 30 concepts of like, here's movies we can make.
Yeah.
And the Ewan McGregor movie has to kind of happen sooner rather than later. Like you couldn't do it in 20 years. You'd have to do it like within the next 5 to 10, basically.
Yeah.
So it lines up perfectly with that.
Yeah. I'm personally kind of surprised it would be a trilogy because we know what happens to Obi-Wan at the end of episode 3 and we see him again in episode 4. There's like maybe 20 years that happen in between, but he just kind of looks like it's doing the hiding. So like what really could have happened that was big enough for 3 movies that we haven't really heard about in the whole, like, original trilogy?
Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, cobbling shoes, stitching his rags and stuff, going to the grocery store.
Making a raft.
Why is he making a raft? He's on the desert!
Yeah, I don't know, but it seems like they'd have to come up with some kind of big storyline for him.
They'd have to come up with some side adventure, like he went to Mos Eisley one time and got involved in this crazy, situation, and I don't know. That's
Obi-Wan episode 2. Obi-Wan goes to the beach.
Obi-Wan's beach bash. Yeah, that's the biggest hurdle, but like you could make up some crap. Like obviously, like it's supposed to be that he's doing nothing. He's just kind of watching over Luke and being a hermit. But in the interest of making an exciting movie, I think they can kind of retcon that, and no one would mind if it's done well. So, there's another episode of Star Wars News and Views for you guys. Leave us your feedback. Do you think this is happening? Do you think it's not happening? Would you see it if it did happen? I would see it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Also, guys, I'm just letting you know, I did a cameo in one of my really good friends' movie coming up called No Place to Hide. It's going to be like a psychological thriller, and the trailer's on YouTube. We'll show you right now. It's set to release sometime at the end of the summer. So if you guys want to check it out, it looks cool. I'll be the guy on the motorcycle in the background, wearing the helmet that you saw in a few other episodes of Star Wars News and Views.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.